Hello students of class 8. In the last video I described about the crust portion of the earth, so I'll have a revise in this video also. So the crust is basically the uppermost part of the earth. It is made up of two parts. One is the oceanic and another is the continent. The oceanic crust is basically known as the Saya, and the continental part is known as the Sial. Okay, the continental part is heavier and the oceanic part is heavier and continental part is lighter, and as a result of that the continent floats above on the oceanic crust, and there is a layer of separation between these two, and we are calling it as the cornered discontinuity. Okay, so in this video I'm going to go details about the next layer of the earth, that is the mantle. So mantle, okay, so mantle is the next layer, or mantle is the second layer of the earth next to crust. Okay, and it is basically a thick layer. The mantle and the crust is being separated by one discontinuity. We are calling that discontinuity as the Mohorovicic discontinuity. Okay, so this is the discontinuity that is separating the crust from the mantle. Okay, so I'm now going to go in details about the layers of the mantle. So mantle is basically a layer which is lying between the crust and the core. So average or basic thickness of this layer is about 2900 kilometer, and it actually constitutes about 84% of the total volume of the earth. And this layer is basically silicate rocky shell which has its density near about 3.3 to 5.7 centimeter 7 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, the mantle is basically constitute of some rigid and dense rock which can actually withstand the seismic waves. Okay, because this layer behaves like an elastic layer. The temperature of the mantle is about, it ranges between 500 degrees Celsius to 900 degree between 500 degrees Celsius to 900 degrees Celsius, and at the upper boundary of the crust and where it is sharing its boundary with the core, over here the temperature is more than 4000 degrees Celsius. Okay, we can divide the mantle into three distinct divisions. One is the asthenosphere, then is the upper mantle, and then is the lower mantle. So the mantle have three layers. One, we are calling it as the asthenosphere, which is lying just below the crust. Then we have the upper mantle, which is lying below the asthenosphere, and number 3 is the lower mantle, which is lying above the core. Okay, so this asthenosphere is also known as the this upper mantle is also being known as known by another name, known as by Crophecima Why? Because of the presence of different type of the minerals like chromium, iron, silicon and magnesium. And the lower mantle is known by another name, that is Nifisima. Why? Because of the presence of the minerals like nickel, ferrum or iron, then silicon and magnesium. Okay, the Crophesima and Nipasima, that is the upper mantle and the lower mantle, are being separated by a layer known as Ripeti discontinuity, and the lower mantle and the core is being separated by a discontinuity known as the Gutenberg discontinuity. Okay, the upper part of this upper mantle is known as the asthenosphere, which is being means the word asthenosphere is being derived from a Greek word where asthen means weak. Okay, so this asthenosphere is basically a mechanically weak layer. Clear? So this is all about the mantle. So the mantle is the second most layer near to the crust. So it is being divided into three layers, that is the asthenosphere, upper mantle, lower mantle. Asthenosphere is the uppermost part of the upper mantle. Then we have the lower mantle, and then we have upper mantle. Then you have the lower mantle. The asthenosphere, the upper mantle and the crust is being separated from the asthenosphere by a continuity. We are calling it as the Mohorovicic continuity. Then this Crophesima and the Nifasima, that is the upper mantle and the lower mantle, is being separated by a discontinuity. We are calling as the Ripeti discontinuity. And next, that the lower mantle and the core is being differentiated or being divided by a discontinuity. We are calling it as the Gutenberg discontinuity. So this is all about the mantle. I'm going to continue with the next of the portion of this chapter in the next video. So thank you everyone.